So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about two very interesting stories. One focused on the PlayStation 5's UI and a possible new leak revealing some new details about it, and apparently how Sony has more influence on Call of Duty 2020 than past Call of Duty games. So that was definitely an interesting read. Beyond that, we're also going to look into the possibility of a new PS5 event or announcement in the near future, possibly even next week. First, let me know if you're picking up Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War with your PlayStation 5 later this year. I know there are people that put Call of Duty down, but it's always funny to see the whole industry get excited, so excited when a new Call of Duty is announced every year, and this time it was no different. I personally am going to pick up Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War for my PlayStation 5 later this year for sure, but you guys could of course be different on this, so comment below. Are you getting Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War with your PlayStation 5 later this year or not? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, apparently an upset Activision employee has gone ahead and leaked new details regarding the PlayStation 5's UI. The original post, which went live on Reddit, has since been taken down by Reddit mods because it was prohibited content, which I can't lie, does make it seem it could be legitimate. I stress the words seem and could, but going back to the post, luckily the internet was quick and managed to take a screenshot of what was stated so we can go over it. So let's go over the details here. Reading his post: "Hi, I'm an artist who is working on the latest Call of Duty. Why am I leaking? Activision are a-holes who leave friends without a job and homeless while the boss gets a couple extra million to his bank account. It's dehumanizing and I'm sick of it. Sadly, I can't go too into the game. The whole product has been quite tight-lipped and very messy due to the shorter time the team have had on it. My group wasn't even aware of the full name until a week before the Dorito leak. So Sony has approached us to make a new theme for the PlayStation 5 as a pre-order bonus for the game. So I will talk about the UI and what to expect." So just I want to make a note on that could be very legitimate because Call of Duty has had a messy history going with this year's Call of Duty. It was actually supposed to be Sledgehammer Games working on it, but then there was a big thing going on there, so Treyarch had to step in with Raven Studios and they had to take over the helm and start building the game. So this part of it does make sense from what he's saying. But to continue with what he stated, general UI, it's very similar to the PlayStation 4 UI in a lot of ways. Biggest difference is the select a game/app panel. It is now on the bottom. They peek out. When he says they, I'm assuming he's referring to the game or app. They peek out from the bottom, half cut until you hover over it. When hovered over, the central part of the screen turns into a full image chosen by the developers of the game. If clicked, you'll zoom into the image like you're jumping into a portal to your game. It gives me PS2 startup screen vibes. Hovering over a game will also reveal friends playing and any special events at the moment. Game panels can now be animated and updated more frequently. I've already seen panels made for 2XP weekends for Call of Duty. They have that. So the panels themselves can be animated. That's going to be interesting to see. But to continue, the news tab is now hidden from the home screen. You have to press down on a panel to see them. Top row is almost the same as the PlayStation 4. So on the PlayStation 4 you have the center where it's currently all your games and your apps, and then the top panel is your settings, profile, and all of that stuff up there. So that's what he's referring to here. But to go back to it, top row is almost the same as the PlayStation 4. There is PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Now, alerts, which replaces notifications, I believe, friends, party, forum, profile, and he puts up 2 question marks, settings, and power off. The question marks are things Sony told us to leave blank at the moment, but we'll need to make art for them later. So it's interesting that he says it's similar to the PlayStation 4 UI in a lot of ways, considering we've heard officials from Sony say the PS5 UI is a 100% overhaul of the PlayStation 4 UI and some very different new concepts. Also, why would you want the game icons to be peeking from the bottom of the screen half cut until you hover over them? I think I need to see that with my own eyes to see how well that works. And for anyone who was hoping PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now would be combined, or if PlayStation Plus would go free, This leak says otherwise, with now more focus on both services on the PlayStation 5 with their own specific tabs. On PS4, PlayStation Plus does have its own tab, but PlayStation Now doesn't. So I'm curious to see the changes to the service to earn that tab spot, to have its own whole section. And probably the biggest thing in this part of the post, what are those question mark tabs? That could be interesting, or they could just be for trophies and messaging like the PlayStation 4. But to continue with his post, themes. Sony's offering 4D themes. These themes change the music, UI art, background image. We can play sounds through your controller, make it rumble at times, and change the color of the lights. Background art of your theme will be used when there isn't another game or app selected. They have mentioned our theme overlapping UI elements, but our team decided not to do that. So a good chunk of this stuff I think is already done on the PlayStation 4, but regardless, for me personally, I like it, but I can already see people churning off a theme that randomly rumbles your controller or sends sounds to your controller from time to time. But reading the last part of this post, general. We've been told to get some promotional material ready and finalized this week. If it's similar to other projects, get ready to release time. It'll start being used around the 28th. For this Call of Duty, Activision has worked very closely with PlayStation compared to other projects. Sony has had more influence. I've seen up to 5 designs of the UI before the UI I mentioned above was finalized. More like Sony gave us multiple, so we didn't know which one was real. So the last part has a good chunk in it. 1, how much influence did Sony have, and what does it mean in the end? Are we just going to get some exclusive content like the theme, or is this going to be deeper? Because we've heard a lot of talk about Sony taking a lot of big third-party exclusives. Also, take note that this post went live a whole day prior to the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War announcement, and the reveal is on August 26th, which lines up with what this poster states. 2, they've seen multiple UIs before. This one sounds exactly like what Tydex said back in late July, that in a couple of weeks, retail mode will be switched on for developers, allowing them to see the final UI of the PlayStation 5, and that Sony are going to reveal the UI before this to avoid leaks, which if this post is legitimate, they clearly failed. But that would be weird because Sony didn't let the controller leak and they didn't let the console leak. So that's something to keep in mind. So overall, the UI doesn't seem to be taking that big of a leap if this post holds true, which we don't know if it does yet. It goes against what we heard from Sony officials in the PlayStation 5 UI being a complete overhaul of the PlayStation 4 UI. And I also didn't see any mention of the real-time UI Mark Cerny mentioned last year, where you can jump into different parts of a game from the home menu. So some things are a bit off here, and I hope Sony reveals the UI soon, the official UI soon, and we kind of just get this over with. But you guys let me know if you care about what the UI of the PlayStation 5 looks like or not. I personally do, but you guys could be different. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Now diving into the second story of the video, another PlayStation 5 event or announcement of sorts could be happening soon. So this one I was a little hesitant on covering because these things change more than the weather. At one moment, we're all sure an event is going to happen, then the tables are turned and Microsoft decides to push their event, and then Sony pushes there, and this whole game of cat and mouse continues on and on like it has been this entire summer. So take this for what it is, just an update on what's going on. So you guys remember when the PlayStation Future of Gaming playlist updated a while back in late July, I believe. Then we got the announcement for the State of Play, the August State of Play, the early August State of Play. Well, that didn't lead to a big PlayStation 5 event. It still did happen before an event of Sony's was announced. So something of Sony's was announced after this playlist got updated. And it looks like we're back again, but this time it's not the main PlayStation channel. So the story goes that the Latin American PlayStation channel has updated their Future of Gaming playlist to now include a private video. Of course, that could have been there before, but the point here is that they've updated their playlist recently. I went over to check out the main PlayStation channel and their Future of Gaming playlist, and that has not been updated since July. So this is definitely interesting. And if this is anything like the last time, we could get some type of announcement from Sony, maybe tomorrow on Friday or maybe next week. And this morning, Sony's new ad for the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller went live via the Hungarian PlayStation channel and then was removed. So this private video in the Latin American playlist could just be that video. But why would Sony remove that ad if they didn't have something to coincide with it? Sony still has a good chunk more to show at this point than Microsoft does. Microsoft has now revealed the UI of the console. Not a deep dive, but they've already revealed it. They've also done a teardown a long time ago, and we recently got images of the console, the Xbox Series X, from all angles. Before jumping into their next big event, Sony could give us something for the user interface, the teardown of the console, which Mark Cerny made it seem like it would be soon, way back earlier this year, or it could be something else. But I will add, the latest rumors are saying everything is pushed back to September, so we'll have to see how that goes. And with all that said, we're almost approaching the last week of August, so either way, we're not far off. But you guys let me know if you think a new event or announcement is going to happen soon, or are we all going to be waiting until September, which again is like 10 days away from now. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "show us the cheese." Obviously, this is in reference to the mouse, you know, the whole cat and mouse game. I want them to show us everything, show us the cheese. You know, you guys get the connection here. But if you guys are excited for the PlayStation 5 and the possible new event or announcement, destroy the comment section with "show us the cheese," and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.